All right, I think we're ready to go, aren't we, Lynn? All right, let's get this show started. Here we go. On Passive Milo Show, it's here today. You don't want to miss a single word they say. Bringing you founders from near and far. Listen as they tell you now just who they are. Listen to the stories and how they tell. In just 3 minutes, how they're doing well. Telling us what it's all about today. And how they're loving that on passive, way on passive. It's a here today on passive. There's just no better way to listen to the On Passive Milo Show. So then you will be the very first to know on passive. It's a here today on Passive Milo Show. It's coming your way on Passive Milo Saturday. Here we are. Let's go, 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 go. Milo is here. Hey, I want to thank you all for being here. Let me shut this speaker down so I don't get interference. Thank you all for being here. It's a wonderful Saturday. We have some good things planned, and like I always say, we could not have a show if you was not here, because if it was just me, it would be very boring. Thank you so much for every one of you that showed up and been here. I also want to let you guys know I go through after the show and I read all the chat. So if you put something in there, I don't respond to you because I can't do that. I just this guy that's like, I look at the screen and I try to do my part, but I have all these other people that help out. This is not just Milo's show. There's a whole lot of people in the background that make this happen. I could not pull it off by myself. And I want to bring some of them on to talk to you right now. Miss Marcy Ann Hamaboo, she comes on usually early. She talks, and now look what she did today. She got the names. So Marcy Ann, come down and say a couple words.
Thank you so much, Marlo. Welcome to all our guests today, and welcome to all the founder that they are in. It's going to be a great show, and I'm waiting to hear what our sister is going to tell us today. Thank you, Marlo, for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you, Marcy Ann, for coming on and helping out. And of course, we have Miss Jean Nee, who comes on sometimes. She's the host. She works in the background. Jeannie, come on and say a couple words to us.
Thank you, Milo. Thank you, Marcienne. Thank you, Lynn, John, everybody here helping out. I am so excited today because I have heard Yvonne speak in other webinars, and her message is so positive and so uplifting, and she's so excited about what's coming forward. So I am super excited about today, and just in general, I'm excited. How about it? Things are moving and shaking. So I'm very excited to be here. Thank you, Milo.
All right, Gene, I'm fired up too, man. And I listened to Yvonne. I talked to her the other day. I was on the road back from Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and I talked to her for quite a while. And I'm telling you, she has an exciting message for us today. I can't wait to get her to the stage. But right now, let's bring down John Barillo, who watches over. He's kind of the guardian. And John, and I know you have a ton of people working with you, and I appreciate, and I want you to know I appreciate all of them that work for us.
Oh, sure. Yes, Milo. Yes, and I appreciate them too. The guardians you're referring to. Yes, I appreciate them. You know what, though? What I'd like to say is I am in engagement mode, and I'm excited, but I would just like to pass that along to folks that I am engaged because of what we're all about to experience. And I'm always saying to folks, we got to go to that back office a lot more than maybe some of us, but I'm saying I'm going several times a day, and I'm very busy right now. A couple of things hit me in the last couple of days where I got to do a little memorizing of lines and some stuff like that, but it doesn't matter. I'm going into the back office. I'm still showing up for webinars as much as I can. I'm here today, and that's what I want to encourage everybody to do. And I also want to say I can't wait to hear what Yvonne has for us myself. So let me get off of here and we can get to Yvonne. Thank you. Talk to you later.
All right, thank you, John. I know we're all fired up, and it's great, man. I love that. I love your message you just brought about being engaged, man. And a lot of us have been engaged for a while, and we got to be just overflowing because what is coming up and what we're going to be able to do for others, what a platform. what a way to, give of ourselves and stuff. I mean, it's an incredible thing that Mr. Ashmafara has given to us. Miss Listra, you're on here all the time. Come on down, say a couple words to us.
Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, everybody's excited. I think I am more excited than all of you. Jean, John, everybody. I am more excited. Oh, this is so amazing. And like Oliver said last night, he says, trust the process. And I am trusting the process. I believe in it. Just gung-ho. That's all I have for right now. Oh, and Yvonne, I can't wait to hear you because I've never heard you before. So I'm listening. Thank you.
All right. Great, Lister. I think we have found the diamond in the rough that's going to come out. You're going to hear a lot more from this lady, but we'll have her on and in a few minutes. But let me say first, thank you every one of you that promotes the show. I know people don't come here just because they come here. It's because people like you that promote the show, that send the links out. I appreciate that. So just know that I appreciate everything. And like I said, this is not its own passive MILO show, but it's much bigger than that. It's all of you. Okay. And I love every one of you for being here. Next up, the Energized Bunny herself. Some call her Sarge Nakamoto, but we call her Lynn Nakamoto. Come on down, Lynn, and say something to us. You're muted.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, I realize that. Hi, everybody. Don't listen to Marty because Marty is the one that gave me the name Sarge. I am not a Sarge at all. I'm a wimp. But anyway, welcome to everyone here. It's going to be a good show. Yvonne, I'm waiting to hear what you have to say. Thank you to all for being here because I know every show is a good show when Milo's here. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn, and thank you for all you do for me, man. You posted in the back office, and I try to make it as easy on you as I can. Sometimes I might not do that, but I try anyway. So, all right, it's time. It's time, man. We can't wait to hear this young lady come to us and speak her heart and tell us what she's got and what we're trying to do, just so we know the format. What we want to do with these projects is we bring them here, and if it resonates with you, realize that you're going to be able to make a big part in this. Now, whether you do it with her or you do your own underneath her, however it is, the cool thing with On Passive is it grows. It grows. So if you put a seed underneath her project, and then your project starts to grow also, and you could even take the money out of that and put more in there, and it will build. It will constantly build this thing to where we're funding things that you need a school. Okay, we got it. You need this. So understand that's our format. That's what we're trying to do. If you haven't seen all the projects that we have, it would be a good time to subscribe to otrim.ai/OnPassiveMilo and go to the playlist, and it has a playlist of all the projects there, and you can click on them, from Lynn Holiday, Wayne Dockery, Tina Go, Amy Radecki, Dave Rozalski. How about that one? The Ocean Reclamation Project. That was a great show. All of them were great shows. Make sure you visit On Passive MILO. So otrim.ai/OnPassiveMilo. Subscribe, click the bell, and you'll get them all. All right. So now, with no further ado, I can't wait to introduce this young lady, Miss Yvonne Munday. Yeah. Hey, come on down and talk to us. I hope I didn't butcher. Maybe it's Mundi. So Yvonne Mundi, come on down and speak to us. I want you to tell us your heart, and then I know you got a power presentation. Let me see if I can get. Did you turn the host back to me?
Yes,
okay.
I will. I shall.
Let me make you a host also, so you'll be able to share your screen.
And can you make me co-host, Milo?
Yes, I sure can. Let me find you here. Okay, Lynn. There we go. We'll make you co-host. And we will make Yvonne the co-host. If I can find her here. Where is Yvonne?
At the bottom under Y.
There we go. I found it. All right, and I got you as a co-host, Yvonne. So now, with no further ado, we got all that other junk out of the way. Let's bring to the stage right now, Miss Yvonne Monde. Come on down, Yvonne. You're muted, Yvonne.
There we go.
Ah, there it is. Okay, you got the floor.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. I am so grateful for this moment, for these exciting times in my life, in the life of my family, in the life of the Unpassive family, in the life of everyone that is present here today, all over the world. Even those that are not present because of one reason or the other, they are with us in spirit. I am so excited. I can even start crying, but I don't want to cry right now because this is a dream come true for me. For a little girl, this is a dream come true. My name is Yvonne Mundi. I am diving in from the beautiful land of 10,000 Lakes, Minnesota, USA. I am originally from Cameroon in West Africa. And I just want to thank you guys. I just want to tell you a little bit of my story, but I have written that story. It's going to take days if I need to tell everything, but I've written it. I'm waiting to be published. So thank you guys so much. So as a little girl at 11 years old, what was so important for me, the dreams that I had was to educate myself. I wanted education. I wanted to go to school like the others so bad. I also wanted to build a home for my mom. I wanted to build schools, especially in the village where I was born, in order to educate the youths, particularly young girls that were on the disadvantage and women. And I also want to replicate that same kind of school in all the countries in Africa and in the world. And that was so important to me. So at 11, I was forced into marriage by my father against the cries and pleas of my grandmother and my mother. And my mother was a teenage mother. My mother had me at the age of 17 because she herself was given away into marriage at a very young age. And so my grandmother, who was not my number one mentor, my grandmother, this very petite woman, fought so hard, put her life on the line to say, no, my granddaughter had to go to school. She will be educated. She cannot be blind like me and my daughter. She will go to school. And from that moment, that point onwards, it was one nightmare to the other for me because my father will not accept the fact that I should go to school. And at this point, this time in my culture, the importance was placed on the male child more than the female child. And so with the limited resources, a lot of parents will want to educate their male children so that they will be able to take charge of the family when the father is no more. And so I fell in this category around this time. So when I refused to marry to a 38-year-old man, the bush then became my home. I could not sleep in the house anymore. My father would send me out every night. So the bush became my home. The animals became my friends. And so I still wanted the education. In that bush, I was not thinking about anything else but an education. So I will be able to protect my mom, protect my siblings, and build a home for my mom, because that is what we were suffering from. And so when I hear the children returning from school, I would just walk stealthily towards the road. And they knew my plight. They knew what was going on between me and my father. I will ask them to come with me to the bush and teach me. They will bring their books and they will start teaching me, and they will stealthily go. Hunger infested me. At one point, I went on a hunger strike and I said, than for me to leave, I would rather just die, because I will not wait to see this kind of condition for myself and my mom and my siblings. And it was also happening to other girls in the village too. And so, but then something appeared to me in a dream and said, you cannot take your life because this life is not yours to take. And I was determined to get that education in order to help my mom and my siblings and other people other young girls in the village. And so one day, I stiltily went to a neighbor, the only neighbor with the only TV in the village that was using a generator. We didn't have electricity. And I watched this show. It talked about freedom and success in the United States of America. From that moment on, I became so obsessed, it's like I was mentally sick. I said, I'm going to walk to the United States of America so that I can acquire an education and be free and be successful, so that I can come back here and help other people. And I didn't know that I couldn't walk to the United States. I didn't know that. And I was beaten. I have scars all over my body just for talking about going to school. And so one day I talked to my mom. I said, Mama, how come I can't go to school like the other children? I want to go to school too. My mom said, no, my daughter, your daddy, I'm afraid of what your daddy is going to do to us. Please don't. And we lived in this one room. We had the kitchen there. We slept there. Everything was in this one room, confined in a one room, just because I refused to marry. When the rain falls at night, we will crawl and go to one corner of the bed, but the rain will be dropping at the other side of the bed. Everything that my mother worked for, she was a hard worker because that's the best thing that she knew how to do. They were seized from her, and we're just not in a good position. But I became the courier of the village. I like to help the parents of the village write their letters and do everything. And so my mom and my grandmother and some of the people of the village came together and said, they're going to send me to school. And they sent me to secondary school. I graduated. That was not enough. I was still hungry for education. They sent me to high school. And I thought, you know what? I still want to go to school because I want to speak like the educated. I want to walk like the educated who carry their books and their bags around. I want to be able to speak. I want to be able to advocate for other people. And sometimes I started imitating how to speak like the educated. And then I will pronounce things that don't even call for a TH. You will hear me say, th, just because I was trying to imitate those who were educated. And so these parents of the village still came together with the limited resources that they had. Some had fish pond. They gave it to me to fish and sell. Some had plums of trees. They will give it to me. Some will have savon, which is soap. Whatever it is that they can come up with, they brought it together to educate me. And I went to the university. And when I graduated, these parents came together again and said, this child needs to leave from this village and go abroad to further her education. And I became the very first female child in that little village of less than 100 people for more than 10 years with an education, with a bachelor's degree. And this is a big deal to me. This is still a big deal to all the kids in the village, because these kids, they love me. They will come after me. And I began to organize community work in the village to clean the tap area, to clean the roads, to cook for the older people in the village, to cook for children. I began to volunteer to do whatever it is that I can do. I did a lot of farming. I did a lot of marketing, whatever, so that to support my mom, my grandmother, and the parents of the village to educate me. So I began to do those things. And it is often said, whatever you focus your mind on, that is exactly what you're going to get. I had focused my mind on going to the United States of America to further my education and to bring that freedom back to that village and all of Cameroon and Africa and the world. And for some reason, I found myself in the United States of America. I continued my education. But for one day at my job, I I thought this is not enough for me. This is not the way I wanted my life to be, because I was trying to educate some other kids in the village, trying to pay their tuition, to do other things for them, but it was not enough. My grandmother appeared to me in broad daylight, and I was, sorry guys, and I was just crying, and my grandmother said, wipe your tears. Wipe your tears. Life is actually getting better for you. Wipe your tears. And I took out my phone. I started Googling to attend any kind of information seminar that I can attend to get information, because I didn't know what to do. And so I stumbled on one man called Dean Graciosi. And he was coming to Minnesota to teach about real estate. And I contacted him, and Lord behold, at that same moment, the TV at work was on. Dean Graciosi appeared on the screen. I said, but what is this? How is it that I'm trying to pay to attend this seminar? And he appeared on TV. He was with Larry King Live. I immediately signed up and paid. And that is how I started attending information for seminars to get out of my situation, so then I can begin to help more. And now I started volunteering, went to the VA hospital. I volunteered there for 6 months. When babies are born in the hospital to single mothers between 1 day and 1 week old, I will create mini accounts for those babies, so that when I think of my mom's situation and her children, those kids, when they get to the level where they can attain higher education, when they don't have those resources, then their mothers can take that money from that mini account and look for a trade of their interest and pay, so that they can do something. And so that's how I began to do all those things. And right now I'm still helping in Cameroon, but still that's not enough. I will send books, backpacks, pens, and other things, but I thought that's not enough. But still, I began to pray. I attended the Lesbian Academy. I'm speaking to the world, spreading my message to the world, and getting involved in whatever I can. But God sent on passive through my colleague to me, and I registered. And look at me today in the presence of kings and queens and people who want to push me to go further. What else can I ask for? What else? There is nothing I can ask for. This is what I've been waiting for, to help. And now I want to mount physical schools beginning from that village through the kingdom of God, because God helped me. How is it that I'm alive? Sometimes I just think I cheated death. How is it that I'm alive in the place where other little girls died, especially this little girl who my mother wanted to adopt because they were forcing her into situations that were not good. She passed. Just my little sister, the only little sister that I had, passed. And my two brothers from oppression, seeing the way that my mother and me were being treated, they are no more. 3 of us are left, and one of them is buried in alcohol, just to dull his pain. And I thought, I need to do something before I die. I don't want to carry what God has blessed me with into my grave without doing something about it. And I thank God that I'm here today. I thank you, Milo. I thank you, Lynn. I thank you, everybody, Lisa. I thank you, everybody that I don't know you guys' name. There's a lot going on in the world. And transitioning to the United States, I realized that the problems facing women and children, particularly young girls, is global. It's not just in that village, even though it is of different magnitude, but together we can do something. We can do something. We can be the ones to bring peace and harmony and love. We can be the ones to educate the future generation, our youths, to know that there is always better, to know that no matter your background, no matter your color, no matter where you come from, you can do it. You can become something. I did it from scratch, from nothing, selling bitter leaf, selling okra, doing whatever it took me. And today, God has put me in the presence of wonderful, wonderful, amazing people. Thank you so much. I don't want to go too much. Thank you so much. I don't hear.
I'm sorry, rookie mistake.
Yeah, I hear you now. I hear.
Are you going to show your PowerPoint? That was beautiful.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, you want me to share my PowerPoint now? Let me share it. Bear with me a moment, please, because I'm new to all this. I'll share my screen, right?
Yes, share your screen.
Then I go to the bottom here, I click,
See it.
and then I go to my downloads, and then I go to here, click, double click, and then I go here. 1 second.
Wow, what a story. Well, you get that set up. That was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
We'll talk about it when you're done here, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm just making sure. Are you guys seeing it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Wow, thank you. Are you guys hungry today? Because I am so hungry for an education. I've been hungry for years. Are you guys hungry?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
we are.
we are.
Yes,
You
we
know
are,
that.
sister.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Yes,
In my,
we are.
Yes,
But I'm
Yes.
we are
hungry.
hungry.
Yes, yes, yes.
in my
Plants are
culture,
hungry.
you don't invite people or people don't visit you without cooking food for them. And I am a good cook. So because we are virtual, I just put this hamburger here for you guys to admire.
Yeah.
Okay. Education. The topic today is education. And it's building hopes and dreams through kingdom connection and education. Education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. These are the words of Nelson Mandela, and I saw that through my life. Education to me, and I'm sure it is for all of you, because what we are doing here today is education. It's a gateway to freedom and success. It gave me that gateway. The educated mind is a free mind. My grandmother taught me in the dialect that the educated mind is a free mind. You will see well, you will hear better, and you can do better. My mission and vision to the world. I use my unique story through the kingdom of God to serve people, youths, particularly young girls who have gone through some challenges in life, with education, inspiration, direction, and a protective alarm, so that they can be bold to speak up and speak out and use the resources at their disposal to build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. So growing up, I had a lot of goals, and now the goals just keep increasing. I wanted to build a beautiful home for my mom, which is something that I suffered from. All of us suffered from. Build an IT and a polytechnic school with a library attached to it and a supper table in the village where I was born, and to replicate the same structure and curriculum in the continent of Africa and the world. This will include the other daily life skills, which I will need your help to figure all of them out. Thank you. And then another goal is that I want to do large scale farming. Right here now, we have 1/2 acre behind our home. We do a lot of farming, growing things organically to feed the community. I feed my neighbors because we love to cook. Our culture is to cook and eat and share with other people. I also help the hungry here. So because if people don't eat, a hungry man becomes a very angry man. And then I also, to help construct farm to market roads, I already did one in that village, but that's still not enough. Water supply, the internet, which is a problem, electricity supply, roofing of homes in the village where the people of the village, they can use sun-dried blocks to build, and then I can come in now and help to roof them because it is so hard for them to do that, to provide basic first aid, which I bought books to go home to help, but because of there's a silly war that is instigated by some of the colonial masters in Cameroon, it's difficult for me to go and start that project now. I've been providing some wheelchairs, some medicine bottles, and I still have some here that I always gather to send to the hospital in my village. And then I help to renovate or build a healthcare in that same village, which is what I want, and then to provide jobs to the youth through global home health care. I want to be able to establish that home health care here and then extend it, not just to Cameroon, to other countries, because I realize that a lot of us who are in the diaspora here, our parents are home, there is nobody that is taking care of them, cooking for them, or even weeding the grass. Some of us have cars at home. There is nobody that can go and run the car because when the car sits for so long, the engine will go bad. So that is one of the projects that I really like to do. Why education? Why is it that education is so important to me? And I know that it is important to everybody because that's why we are here. We are on passive through the vision of one man, which is bringing to us a high-tech education that it's even blowing my mind away. Education saved my life. Yes, education saved my life in a place where others who were going through the same situation like me did not make it. They didn't make it. And that's why it's so important to me. Sometimes I just think that I cheated death because why is it that I'm alive when other people who went through the same thing died? Because I'm alive, I will do what it takes. Because of that, I have devoted my life to serving women, youths, particularly young girls with quality and passionate education. And I thank God for our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufari, with high quality products through O Academy, O Connect, and other products that will make this a great success. And I thank everybody, all of you leaders, you, Milo, for even inviting me to this show. Thank you so much.
All right, Yvonne. Oh, still going.
Yes, sorry, it will soon be done.
No problem.
Yes, Mr. Mufari, I thank God for your big head and your heart. I am more than grateful to all the engineers, high-tech wizards, the leaders, the entire Unpassive family who are moving and shifting things behind the scene that we don't even know of. I was in a place where no child should be made to visit. And I told you guys the story at the beginning. And no child in this life should make to do so. Today, that place has built me up into the determined woman that I am. And that's why I'm doing all of this. I'm just gonna click. It takes a few seconds for it to go to the next slide. What made me to succeed despite all the odds against me? We'll find out the answer. The power from within. I had such a power from within me from a very young age that helped me to be determined to do what is necessary for me to help myself in order to help other people. My grandmother taught us the old African proverb that if there is no enemy within you, the enemy outside can do us no harm. This means that the only person that can make and act on the decision to succeed in life is only you and me, after Almighty God, and nobody else, so long as you're breathing. The spirit of determination, like our CEO says, Didi, do it or die. I had to do it or I die. Mr. Ash Mufare, I have not forgotten your 3 words to me during our Canadian meet and greet on October 10. You said to me, Yvonne, you are perfect. Not quite sure of what that means, but these words have dropped something deep in my soul to do more. These words have been entered into the history books of my family and the Unpassive Global Ambassadors, a book I am working on presently. Thank you, Mr. Mufare. George Bernard Shaw said, people are always blaming their circumstances for what they are. I don't believe in circumstances. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances that they want. And if they don't find them, they create those circumstances themselves. And Ronald Reagan also said, there are no constraints to the human mind. There are no walls around the human spirit and no barriers to our success except those we erect. This means we must change the way we think and perceive things for things to be able to change for us. This is what Unpassive is all about, revolutionizing all the old and boring world systems with AI high quality products for the betterment of all. How sweet is that? I am excited and I am grateful to all of you, the founders, and Ash Mufare. Feel the fear, but do it anyway. Why? Because fear is just our imagination. It is believing in false evidence appearing real. I was afraid, but I was bold enough to take action. Believe in endless possibilities, calling in those things that will come, and then they will come to you. Why? Because we serve a God that specializes in the impossible. Look at me and all of us. Where did Unpassive come from? I strongly believe in it. It came from Almighty God through the vision and heart of one man, Mr. Ash Mufare. Take a leap of faith and fail your way to success. Why? Because failure is that uncomfortable part of success that is necessary if we want to build lasting businesses and happiness. Hard work and persistence always pays off. Have faith and believe in others. I had to believe in the belief of my grandmother before my own belief kicked in later on. Sometimes we have to believe in other people, especially as children, so that later on our own belief can kick on. Today, I am believing in Unpassive. I am believing in the MILO Show. I am believing in everybody that is present here today to support me. Be different and do things differently, because you are unique. You were created with your own unique self and you're authentic. You can do your own things instead of copying from other people, but we can also seek for help. And this is the time with Unpassive and the MILO Show. I believe in my grandmother. I believe in a lot of things that my grandmother said. I'm just going to skip this. I believe in the mantle, a generational blessing that my grandmother gave it to me and blessed me with at the age of 12, which you guys will be reading. And I will bless you guys with, if you guys can see this, I carry the mantle of my grandmother, which is a generational blessing that my grandmother gave it to me to take to the family, to take to the world, children of the world. I will bless everybody with this when I meet everybody. But for now, towards the end, if we have time, I can just do a little traditional blessing to everybody that is watching me here today. Let us all change our mindset and get rid of those old paradigms and lies that have been told and even written in books to read and write and tell the truth. Let us be of service to others, particularly towards the poor, the hungry, homeless, neglected, the oppressed and abused, women, children, and the old folks in our villages. Taking care of these people in my village brought joy to my soul. Advocating for others who cannot do it for themselves. The scripture teaches us that we should speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and the needy. I have been helping schools in the village, like I said, with all kinds of school materials. And now with OnPassive, I can help better by mounting physical schools with scholarship programs and more, not only in my village, but globally. I have the belief, faith, and conviction that it will happen, because if God kept me alive and I am in this position right now in the presence of great people, it means it will happen. I established mini accounts, which I already talked to you guys about, with single mothers, so that they can help those kids if they are not able to pay their tuition through school. Besides reading and writing, cooking is something that I love to do. I can cook delicious, tasty African delicacies such as puff puff, njama njama, mongo chobi, achu, and yellow soup, ero, and water fufu, and more to feed you guys. If you guys have like birthday parties or any special occasions, just let me know. I will cook. And I do realize that our CEO also loves food. So I am at your disposal. Just let me know, I will do it. After all of this hard work, him and all our engineers and high techs and Milo and the people who are inviting us to these great shows, these services help to cook for you, so you guys can replenish and have some energy to do more. The sole meaning of life is to serve humanity. This has given me a lot of joy. Having an attitude of gratitude also helped me. Give to give. Don't give with the expectation of receiving, because whatever you do will return back to you in abundance. I am a product of my village. They invested in me from nothing. And today God has brought me in the presence of you guys. To him who much has been given, much is required. We want to lift the lives of those around the world. You cannot lift humanity without a heart. That is what Ash Mufari has been teaching us. Decide to take action now, because time is running. Time waits for no one. A minute gone can never be recalled. Let's do it now. Otherwise, because we don't know if we're going to wake up tomorrow. Let's not say tomorrow I will. Let's do it now. So that if tomorrow does not come, we will know that we have done something to help other people who need that help. And because I did, I will do the best that I can now, so that if I don't wake up tomorrow, I will also know that I've done the best. And we do realize that a lot of the talents, the richest place in the world is not us, it's not the buildings, it's not the money in the bank. The richest place in the world is in the cemetery. In the cemetery, there lie a lot of talents, a lot of gifts. Like Dr. Miles Monroe said, the wealthiest place in the world is not the gold mines of South America or the oil fields of Iraq. They are not the diamond mines of South Africa or the banks of the world. The wealthiest place on the planet is just down the road. It is the cemetery. There lie buried companies that were not started, inventions that were never made, best-selling books that were never written, and masterpieces that were never painted. In the cemetery is buried the greatest treasure of untapped potentials. Let us all do this. The seeds of faith and greatness are always within us. Sometimes it takes a crisis to nourish and encourage our growth. I am an example of this. We're almost done, guys. Thank you. Remember, the difficulties in life only come to build us up, not break us. It depends on our mindset. Without pain, there will be no gain. What was meant for my harm, God has turned it around for my own good to share with the world. And like our CEO repeatedly said, with such courage and enthusiasm, that it's just the beginning. You haven't seen anything yet. I also say today that this is just the beginning. I will go to the moon so that even if I don't land on the moon, I will fall back on the stars and I will still be great in order to stay alive, to help others to be great too. If I can do it, you can do it too. Martin Luther King said, I have seen it all. I may not be able to get there, but together, as the Unpassive family, we can reach the mountaintop. And in the same token, today I am saying that we can do it. We can literally eliminate hunger, illiteracy, poverty, discrimination, unfair malpractices, exploitation, corruption, unnecessary wars, and other systems that are ruining our children and the future and the entire world. Why do we think we can do this? Because we are Unpassive, championed by the vision of one determined man from his heart. We are Unpassive. We are the correction to the corruption. We are in it to win it. Thank you so much, Mr. Mufare. You just saved my life. One more slide will be done. A big thank you to Milo for honoring me with an invitation to your show. Thank you all, and I love you all. If it's okay with everyone, I would like to bless everyone with my grandmother's, our family generational blessing called the mantle. Thank you guys so much. It's me, Yvonne Bu Mundi. Thank you. We're all done. Thank you guys so much for listening.
All right, Yvonne, do you want to go ahead and do the blessing now?
Yes, I can do it. And I'm going to speak in the dialect because there's some part of it that must not be said in any language. Okay. So I'm going to say it. Atumbese Yahweh Tatarakang. Tata ayawo Monica Ambu. Paul for bang fonacho. Ingamata ingasik our grandmother. Our na blessing one mungani morning wumba pon me chimrenga sick. Grandma bless upon me chimrenga sick. Ni ma chuen wa number one. Ni nanga me men nanjo na onanu. Gani one more when it cheatonum. We keranu wumbi ni a borabora yinga sick a Jim. Yepe nga sinzin be gum ganti mon nema sinzin ma yerangu. Tatara kang manara benewe ne ember Milo. Manara benewe ne ember Lynn. Dr. Benny, Listra, every where Jim ni yagara chong one in chimafro kondokum, Mr. Ash Mufare. Yahweh nye, Yahweh tata tumbesirekang, manara benene, and you monani, tata ayane. Thank you guys.
Wow. Can you stop your share there?
Okay, hopefully I will know how to stop it.
Just click stop share screen. Wow. All I can say is drop the mic. Man, we did not listen to a diamond in the rough. That's for sure. We listened
why do I stop sharing the screen? Sorry, guys.
That's all right. Down at the bottom, it should say stop sharing. Where it says share screen, you should be able to click that. And
green button.
Green button right in the center.
Green button?
Right.
Okay, there's the share screen green button is not at the bottom, but I think let me see if it's at the top here. Okay.
Lynn, can you?
Okay, stop share. There we go. It's at the top on my computer.
All right, there we go.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Yvonne, that was incredible. Not only the story, the presentation was so powerful. It was beautiful. You said so many things that I wish, I mean, I say a lot of them and I believe them, you know, and it's incredible what you put into words there and what you were about and what you were going to do. You know, I go back and I think of the story of Joseph, you know, how he went out of his country, but he come back and he's the one that brought him out. And I feel that's the way you are. And I feel that's what Unpassive is, to be honest with you, that we are all in a position. Why we got here, why we were blessed to be here, I can't tell you, but I can tell you we are in a position that all we have to do is step forward, step into it. We will be able to bless people all throughout the land. I love your project, your heart, your passion. Everything is so great about it. Now, I would like to talk to you just a little bit about things that you're looking to do and how we can help that. You're wanting to put this school together. I'm sure there will be a lot of us that will step forward and say, hey, I'm going to be part of that project. I want to be part of that project. You can count on Milo, that Milo is going to be there. He's going to put some places underneath it and give some funding support to it.
Thank you.
And you're gonna do wonderful. You'll be able to do things in your country and to change the world. Now, I also encourage you that there was a couple things that you mentioned that you want to do, that there is projects out there that you can come into those projects, help fund those projects, and that will build your project so that you can do like your roofs. You know, you were talking about your roofs, rebuilding roofs. And we had the one with Amy Radecki where she's got the blue tarp, that she wants to do. You talked about, the education scholarship funds and stuff like that. We go into Wayne Dockery's thing, and he had a thing of how you can build scholarship. All of that, if you put, funding into that for your project, also we build underneath that one also, and it helps all those projects grow. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, I got to tell you, it was an incredible impression, and to say I was blown away is an understatement. Your presentation today was so powerful, and your message, keep telling that story, man. And if you get emotional in it, get emotional in it. We'll get emotional with you. When you started breaking down, there's nothing wrong with that. We feel your heart. That's the way we do it. And that's just like Mr. Ashmafaro. The first time I met him, that was exactly what I felt, was that passion in his heart coming out saying, hey, you know what? I don't like what's going on in the world. And you know what? I'm the one that can change it. Because if something's out there, don't look for someone else to change it. Let's be the change. Let's be the world changers, Every one of us have a part to play in this, and we can change the world. Ashmafaro said, he said, I might not be able to change everybody's world, but I can change somebody's world. And guess what? He changed my world, your world, all of our worlds, and now all of a sudden, what can we do? We can expand that out, and we can also, it's all about, when I first come on, and I know there's a lot of people, it was more about, okay, what is this going to be able to do for me? How's it going to help me get some apples and stuff? And now all of a sudden, guess what? I don't even worry. I don't even think about that, because all I think about is how will I be able to help other people. Now, do I have some dreams that I have of my own? Yes. Marty put one in my mind. He said he wanted a big living room. Guess what? I decided I want one too. I didn't realize I wanted one until Marty wanted one. And then I'm like, yeah, man, I got to have a big living room too. And I want a big piano in my living room, a 10-foot grand piano, so I can sit around, I can enjoy. And guess what? Can I have you come down sometimes when I'm having a party or something and cook?
Yes, please do. Everybody do.
Man, because you made me almost hungry, so I love everything you said today. Keep telling your story. And I'm telling you, it was amazing presentation.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions for me as far as how funding and all that, how you can, any ideas that you want to throw off of me to see what?
Yes, I have the question, but I don't know how to put it, but I'm just going to, I just want to know how I can start to put the plan together to fund this project, because without a plan, I wouldn't even know, because I need somebody who can advise me on what to do, because I don't know. Coming from my background, I always, I've been so frugal in my life that so that I can shift something to others, because I grew up walking bare feet and no one outfit until it's torn before I have another. So I always don't want to do a lot for myself because I want to help those that need it. So you be able to help me to put those things together, because with me, I might be limited in my thoughts about that, depending on my background. Please.
Absolutely. So the cool thing is with On Passive, we've got all these different people that are technical and different things. I think how blessed we are. Today I had the picture. Lynn said, well, it's not the right size. I don't know how to change it, but I know someone that does. You know, and you don't have to be the smartest person on the planet. You just have to know people that know. So immediately I sent it over to Tim Johnson. Thank God for Tim Johnson. Boom, he turned it around, sent it back within a couple of seconds. These kind of things will happen with On Passive. Now, what I would like to tell you, how do you fund it? Okay, what I would say is as soon as this thing comes up, let's build a website. Let's build a website and we'll start funding underneath that website. I'm sure there's people that would love to buy a position under that to start funding it, to start giving it money. And even if you were going to donate money, buy a position under it, let it grow. And as it grows, you just keep putting the money back in, and it just funds the project. And the thing of it is, it goes very quickly. Now, also, as you see other projects that are near and dear to your heart that would do work, you fund those projects, and then it just starts building and you start getting that, and you can fund whether you're funding back into that project or you're funding into your project. It's gonna work. The apples are gonna come wonderful. It's like taking an apple and planting a seed, but you got a lot of seeds in that apple. Well, each one of those apple seeds creates a tree that creates more apples, And so the thing Ash has always said is, the more you give, the more you're going to get back. And it's just, when I look at it, I go, oh man, I mean, every day almost my mind expands. I can't even hardly sleep because things are rolling over in my mind that can be done with this. And I don't think we even know a little bit of it. Ash says, maybe we know 5% or 10%. But so it will be out there for you. I will tell you, I will help you out with the little knowledge that I know, but I know a lot of people that know a whole lot more. So that's the way that this is going to work. And I believe that, we have to rethink things. We can't think like we used to. In other words, we can't think, okay, I got to go to the government. I got to get this. I got to get that. I got to go through all. No. We can fund our own projects. When you can do that, believe me, you can do a lot of other things, because you just do it, right? Now, I'm not saying to go against the laws or whatever, but I'm just saying a lot of times they put a lot of that in there to stop a lot of people. And a lot of those people that got stopped is exactly what you was talking about that's in the cemetery. There is so much wealth of knowledge that is in a cemetery, of people that had dreams and they wanted to do something, but they got blocked here, they got blocked there, they got blocked there. That's what On Passive is about. It takes away that block. Because now if you can fund it, who can tell you what to do? You're just being nice to people, right? Does that make sense, Marcianne?
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Milo. You're opening my brain a lot, and I thank God for you. You are a brother. You're a big brother to me now. And just so you know, I'm somebody who asks a lot of questions, and I'll be asking, and you can already tell, even Lynn can tell, because I'll be asking questions. Even Mike, Engineer Mike, Dr. Benny, and Jean, I just asked too many questions because I want to know. I want to be able to, because if I don't know, I cannot help those youths and help everybody properly, but more so the youths that really need the most. Thank you.
You can ask me any questions anytime, and I'm sure the rest of the leaders are the same way. We're here to help. We're all in it together. We're to make this thing bigger and better. So thank you again, Yvonne, so much for coming on to the show, blessing us with it, man. It was incredible, powerful, and I know there's going to be a whole lot of hands going up. So we're waiting right now for the hands to come up. Who wants to talk first?
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Who do we got? Looks like, let's see. I got to get back to the panelists here and click off this. I think Jean got her hand up first. Jean, come on down and talk to us, girl.
I wanted to get mine up real quick so I could just get this out. I know people are going to have so many things to say. So I just want to pull out one little nugget. And your story about the trauma as a child, you had this vision and you had this trauma and it forced you out into the bush, having to fend for yourself, having to creatively come up with a way to survive with your spirit intact and with your vision intact. That in and of itself is so incredibly inspiring. But the fact that you stuck to your vision and you trusted God, you trusted the universe, and it provided for you. People came to you, gave you the fish pond, gave you things that you needed, your grandmother stepping in for you. Because of your deep trust and your certainty in your vision, the universe provided for you every step of the way, and you never gave up on it. And everything that you did coming to the States, it was because you kept that certainty and that love in your heart and that serving heart. And instead of complaining about your situation and grumbling about this wasn't working, you were just absolutely focused and clear about it. And and this can be for all of us, all of our dreams. If we do the same thing that Yvonne has done here, she's a walking example of this. Just like I said to Dr. Drake the other day, when you see someone that is shining the light that brightly, is so clear, it shows the manifesting power that we all have within us. And you absolutely drew on passive to you. You drew all of us to you. And I'm so proud to be with you right now. I'm so amazed by your story. You inspire us deeply. And your vision is going to absolutely come true, and it's just going to expand from there. So thank you so much for coming here today, Yvonne. I'm so happy to call you friend.
Thank you so much, Jean. Thank you. Thank you so much for that insight and that inspiration. Thank you. Thank you. You're wonderful. Thank you.
Awesome way to pull that out, Jean. Very good. Beautiful stuff, man, that's going on today. All right, next up, we got Mr. Eric Kessler, all the way from Illinois. Come on down, brother.
Yvonne, I just want to say that you touched me deeply, and it just proves to me that even though we are different and we come from other parts of the world and stuff, we are all related.
Yes.
And you are my sister to me now, and
Thank you.
I love you, and I love your situation. I know things are going to work good for you. I know that you're here for a reason. I'm so glad that On Passive did find you the way that they found me, because you're supposed to be here. And we were all supposed to be here today to listen to your message. And it just warms my heart to know that someday, through you, I'll be able to help people in your part of the country and fulfill your dreams, and for education and schools and taking care of the young people, because that is the future. And so anyway, I'm behind you, and I'm sure we all feel the same way. We're going to help you make your dreams come true, and things are going to just work out for you. I know they are. So bless you and bless your heart. And I better get off here.
Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you. Thank you. You're my brother. We are all related, just like you said. We are all part of the same whole, and we need to work together as a whole. I just thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Thank you.
Grab the head.
We are all brothers and sisters, man, from around the world. And when we can share with that love, man, there's no need for, all the junk that goes on now. But we're going to change the world. We are part of the world changers. We can be world changers. All right. Lisra, come on down and talk to us, girl.
Okay, Yvonne, I was wrong. I did hear you speak. You shared just some of your story. I believe it was last week. And as you started to speak, I realized, oh, yes, I heard her. But anyway, what a story. What a story. It's so heartfelt. You know, I can't imagine what you went through as a child, you know, and you persevered. And look where you are today. That is so incredible.
Thank you. Thank you.
So powerful, so powerful. You know, I didn't grow up rich, but I had protection. My father was there protecting me. And when I think about yours, breaks my heart, breaks my heart. But you did good. Look where you are today.
Thank you.
Perseverance and strength has brought you where you are today, along with God. I can tell that you're a true believer, and that's why you are where you are today. You drew strength from Him.
Thank you.
And
Thank
you made it. You did everything you wanted to do. Yeah, there's lots more. And that's why you're here and we're here.
Yes, thank you.
Because we all will be there with you, helping as soon as we're able to.
Thank you.
I want to help.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Lisa.
so you keep on being strong, my love. You keep on being strong. I can see it in you, that strength.
Yes.
And I know you are emotional, and I am as well, because I can feel your pain. But I want you to know that all that is going to turn around. It's going to turn around. So stay blessed, stay strong. Love you, girl. I don't even know you that well, but I do. You take care.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Those words will nourish me to keep on moving. Thank you so much.
And you have me crying as well, because I can get very emotional too.
Me too.
Oh,
Me too.
Milo, I know you and I have been through it. Yeah.
Oh man, Yvonne, you got all of our heartstrings, I think.
Thank
with
you.
what
Yes.
You're trying to do, and I know, just listen right now, that you're going to have a ton of support behind you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
you'll be able to fund whatever project you want to, and we will help you out however we can. And I'm sure that when you get this many world changers together and they tackle one project, guess what? It's easy. When there's a lot of hands in it, it's easy. Before, you never had that where we could get it all together, but now we have where we can all come together, man, and like-minded people go after it, and man, we'll be able to get things done, for sure.
Yes.
All right, next up we have Miss Sherry Green, all the way from Canada. Come on down.
Well, hello, thank you. Wow, honestly, Yvonne, I just need to find you here. I am looking into your heart right now. I'm at work right now. I was listening in the background on YouTube, and I had to get off and come onto Zoom so I could speak to you. Wow, I want to thank you for the little girl that chose to be brave and strong and believe that there is a better world and that you deserved to be who you are. There's a lot of tears right now because we all have our little wounded girls, our wounded little boys, and On Passive is here to help us to heal all of that. And so I honor you today, Yvonne. Honestly, you touched my heart and so many hearts here. And so the work that you're here to do is now going to it's going to happen because we have the vehicle now, and you have 1 million+ hearts behind you to help you with this. Keep loving your little girl. She thanks you right now too.
Okay, thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you. I think back to my grandmother when I was given the mantle at the age of 12, initiated into womanhood, giving it to me to spread it in the family and take it to the world and to choose the next generation of the mantle. My grandmother told me, God has lined people on your way. You don't see them now, but you will see them. And like I believed in her when she said, you see that big bird flying in the sky? That big bird is going to take you to the United States of America. I believe her. I thought it was a physical bird, but she meant something different. And today I am seeing it with all of you here supporting me. I'm just so grateful.
Well,
thank you so much.
You know, Yvonne, it's women like you that give the younger generations permission to step up and be who they are. Like, honestly, we have generations that are coming up that are hurting so bad right now. I had a young girl start working with me yesterday, and she spoke of how she just finished a degree and she can barely afford to live. She's working, she's got a full-time job, and she can barely afford to work. And I tried to explain, she's actually here now, I'm sure she can hear what I'm saying, but I tried to explain a little bit about On Passive, just to say there is a way for us to have a different life, to live differently, to be able to, the traditional job thing is going to be not something that we are going to be doing. And sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought, but I guess that what I'm saying is that, you know, we need to inspire the younger generations that there's a different way now, that there's a different life, and that we're here to help and, you know, to give a helping hand. And I honestly, that it was so beautiful. And Jean, your words when you came on too, thank you for your heart. We're all kindred souls here, and we're gonna make a difference in the world with all of our initiatives. I believe that with every bit of my heart and soul. And this is the reason that I joined On Passive, was so that we could go out and help the world. So when I get to leave this job and join you guys out, I'm going to have a coming out party because I cannot wait to be on camera all the time with you guys and sharing and helping to lift humanity. We need the change. We are the change. Yes. So I love each and every one of you. Yvonne, thank you.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Just so you, yes, just so you all remember, I am available to cook. I am available.
Can you come to Canada?
Yes, I will. I will.
Okay,
anywhere in the world. We are living in a global village. We can go anywhere.
It's actually one of the first things that I want to do when I start receiving money from On Passive is to hire somebody to make me healthy again, you know, to cook for me, take care of me, because I've been taking care of a lot of people for a long time. And so I'm going to need somebody like you that can love me with food, love me to health, you know, and all of that. So I welcome you.
Yes, I would love to come, and I can teach you gardening too, because we farm, we garden organically. We grow our own vegetable, our own everything, and put it in the freezer for the whole year. And so it is my passion and my goal. One of my goals is to teach people, especially the youths, and I'm teaching my son too, to eat natural food, naturally, without being chemically engineered, natural chicken. And I'm going to also put like a farm that I will have those chickens and things, so people can come and just see how you can just be healthy.
Yes, we're going to have the time and the resources to do that now. Like the resources to be able to eat fully organic, fully, you know, whatever your heart desires. If that is what you know you choose. For me, that's something that's important. But you know, to have the means for all of that. So. Anyways, I'm going to thank you, Milo. I really appreciate it. I might have to leave again because, like I said, I'm at work, but I listen with my heart and to all of this stuff. So thank you, everybody. I love you.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Yvonne.
Thank you.
Yes, we're going to be world changers, and there's going to be so many
absolutely we are
changes for all of us. You know, so thank you very much. All right, next up, we got Mr. William DeLome from Canada. Come on down, William.
Yes, hello, Milo. Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
Yes. Hello, Yvonne. I really liked your presentation.
Thank you, William.
I bought a position for the church I'm presently involved. I would call them my family. They are from Cameroon. The pastor name is Jean. His wife is Mamadou.
Okay.
So, I would think it would be great once the apples start falling if you can make an appearance to the church and tell them what they can do
Yes.
for Cameroon people, because I hear all kinds of stories. So that's what I'm after. And you can cook. There are not many people that go to the church, maybe 10, 20. That's not a big deal for you. But I'm certainly, they would love to have you. And since you come from the same place, Cameroon,
Yes,
so they would love to have you.
I will. I will do that. I will
And
do that.
are you on Messenger, or
What do you say?
are you on Messenger or
Yes, I am on Messenger, and I'm going to leave my number to everybody because you guys are my family now. So I will leave my number. Everybody can take it and contact me. I'm on all the social media handles, but I'm learning to use the others. I'm using Facebook now. I'm also I'm all on all the social media handles. I'm on WhatsApp, and you can have my number. That's my unpassive God-given number. So anybody can call me, contact me.
Okay, we can leave a message.
Yeah, you can leave a message, you can text, you can do whatever. But I'm very good with texting. But if you want to leave a message, that's fine too. I will drive my messages.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, William.
All right. Thank you, William. Thank you, William, for coming down. And thank you, Yvonne. Okay, next up, we got Mr. I think it's Mr. Rajendra. Rajendra, come on down from India and talk to us.
Yeah, thank you, Milo. Thanks for inviting me. And I was just totally moved today when I was listening to Yvonne. I know there are many African countries where people are suffering, and like India also, we fall into third world countries, and we all suffering. There are corruptions. There are a lot of many things which we, as a general human being or general citizens, we don't get the benefits. And I'm totally moved by what Yvonne told just today. And I would like to be part of her journey, and I would also like to be on her project if I get a chance to. But though I am in India, but virtually, if I can do anything for her, that would be great for me to do. Because likewise, as I said, that people in third world countries are suffering a lot, and there are many homeless people, there are orphanages, and there are children, they don't get proper food, they are malnourished, and so we need to do a lot. And as a believer, I think it's only God's will that we 1.4 million people out of the billions in this world, we just got together in on passive, because Ash is also a godsend, and God has given him a purpose to do something, to do for the humankind, for the world, and he needs a team to fulfill his mission. And so these 1.4 million people, we are the warriors with him, and he is a leader, and we need to lift up the humanity. So that's the reason we have all come together as on passive brothers and sisters. And I think if we determine as Yvonne is, and if we really think that we can do something, yes, I do believe that we will change the world, and it's not a matter of time. Very soon we will be changing the world, and the world will see that. And I'm really thankful for you to invite me, and I thank all the leaders here, especially Lynn, Jean, Aliva, Listra, and many people I know here, Roy Davis. We all chat around in Facebook, and we come around in live with Chris, Marty, or Rex live streaming. So we are all friends. We are brothers and sisters here. And so I thank you, Milo, for inviting me to speak up. And I would be very glad to do anything for uplifting the humanity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rajendra. Thank you so much for what you've just said. What you've just said really covered the essence of living, because I know I've studied about India, and I know exactly what you're talking about. People, that's why I talked about changing our mindset, the way we think, the way we see things. And we need to go and start trying to study why is it that these things are like this, the way they are. Not to blame or to punish anybody for anything. A lot of the countries in Africa that I know very well because I studied, and I also studied the history of this country. I studied the history of the entire world, and I wrote a thesis in university about it. And a lot of people are suffering, not because they suffer, it's because of the way the things that have been thrown at them, building it in their mindset, not the truth about how the world is supposed to operate. For instance, like in Cameroon, where I come from, the Cameroon is under the grip of the colonialists, particularly, I will not mention names. They don't want Cameroon to become anything. And our president and our leaders, their hands have been tied behind their backs and they can't do anything. Because if you imagine that more than 80% of the resources, natural resources, and the productivity of Cameroon goes to the colonial masters, we are left with nothing. And that needs to change. That is why you see it pushes parents to start like they are selling their children away, giving them into marriages so that they can be able to manage those that they can manage. And it's the same thing to with India. We need, like our CEO says, we need to eliminate corruption, discrimination, racism, even mismanagement and embezzlement. All of these things we need to. World organizations have been built around profiting the so-called big powers. But when we start eliminating these things, it will bring the whole world. Like Mr. Ash said, I want to eliminate all of these things that are happening in the world. And together, we can do that. We can do that. And I am willing to also help too, because we can help one another. If we just help one another, we can get to where we want to be. I really want to help to Rajida in India. Thank you so much for everything.
Absolutely. That is correction to the corruption that we've been talking about. I love it. And just to Rajinda, loved what you said, loved your heart. Let me just let me go out here and say this one more time. You know, we have to change the way we're thinking, okay? Everybody can help. How can you help? Even if you're wanting your own project, Rajinda, you have people in your area that need this same thing that she's talking about, okay? So what we want to do is when you support her, you buy a position under her or whatever, then all of a sudden that starts making more apples. Well, you bring in people from your country underneath that, they're now making more apples, but guess what? It's also supporting what Yvonne has started. And it will also support whatever anyone else in any other country has. If they get into this group, they support Yvonne. The beauty of it is it grows for everybody, you know, and we have to learn to think different than we used to. It's not like you're paying something out. How can I say this? The wealthy, what they do with their money is they buy assets and investments. Okay, they buy things that's going to bring them back money. Whereas us, the normal person, we think and we buy a new car or we buy something like that. Well, guess what? That's something that will get us down the road, but it's not going to return us money. This will return you apples. So whenever you put something in, don't think of it, you know, as you're going to be gone without it. No, you're building this portfolio bigger and bigger and bigger. And when you see it start building, I'm going to tell you, if you've ever listened to the story of if I gave you $1 million or I gave you a penny in a jar and every day I doubled it for 1 month, which would you take? You know, you'd want to take that penny because that penny at the end of 30 days comes to 5 million at the end of 31 days. If there's 31 days in the month, it would be 10 million. So 1 million versus 5 or 10 million. I think I know what all of us would take, you know, over time. That's what Own Passive is. It's a beautiful thing. Hey, listen, we are just about out of time. And I see we got Carol down at the bottom. So I'm going to ask that we kind kind of keep our answers and stuff and things short so that we can make it through these. So we got coming up Dr. Benny, who always brings it to us. Come on, Dr. Benny, come on down.
Thank you so much, Brother Milo. Thank you so much, Sister Yvonne. I just want to thank each and everyone, Sister Auntie Lynn, Sister Jenny, everyone. All right, let me start with my greetings. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to my brothers and sisters on this amazing webinar in different parts of the globe. Sister Yvonne, remarkable presentation. Okay, sorry. All right. Sister Yvonne, I just want to let you know that not everyone love education, but I resonate with you because I love education. There are some people that if they don't go to school, they will still get a good job, but not you and I, right? In Cameroon, we will not. When you come to America, you got to study in order to get a better job. Yes, but except you want to work in a group home or something, right? But if you want to get a better job, you need to educate yourself as a Black woman, all right? Now, please forgive me. Now, I am proud of your grandmother who stood firm in order for you to go to school. Oh, yes. Thank you, Grandma. Yes. Now, despite the fact that I have a lot to say, but let me ask you one question, please. You said that you were in a place no child should be made to visit. What do you mean by that?
I will just give you in a simple word so that some other people can speak, because my situation was horrible for everybody, and I was bleeding. Even they beat me, I'll be bleeding, but I still stood firm that I want an education. I was hungry. Women that were going to the bush, they will still drop food on plantain leaves for me to eat, but it was still food. I was still happy with that, because no child, children need to be loved. I saw love around me in the village, but my father chose to give me away in marriage. And no matter what I did, that continued with me, haunted me for life. I kept doing things so that my father can accept me and love me as the daughter. But about 5 years ago, my father passed, and I'm the one who took care of him, buried him, medication, everything. Then it come to the point I said, you know, I prayed and I said, Lord, I don't want to go through this anymore. I got into 2 abusive relationships that were just a carbon print of my father, just because I wanted to please my father to accept me. But I realized that now that he's gone, he will not accept me. I am a single mother of 10. I adopted 9 children from my late brothers with my 1 biological child. And I said, this is enough. I have to make myself to be happy. If I really want to help these children and other children in the world, I need to be happy. And I said, that is it. So I started taking courses and attending things, so to start writing. I published 4 books already. I'm going to publish number 5. And I want to write a book on passive to educate children in the world, not to go through what I went through, that there is somebody here that has gone through it. You can have the resources to help yourself. Help yourself. You don't need all of that. And nobody in the world should be made to make a child to go through that. We are here as on passive family. We need to help to see that not to happen. Thank you.
Thank you. But Brother Milo, please, just 1 second, please. One more thing, please. It's not a question. It's not a question. I know that in Africa or other countries, they are forcing young girls to get married, which is not fair. It is about time that our people or fathers in Africa or all over the globe should stop this. And again, I noticed that they don't want our girls to go to school. But have you realized that with your determination, you were determined to come to America to educate yourself. I just want to thank God for you and Mr. Ashmi Farah, and I want to let you know that I am going to work with you, right? Since I'm from Cameroon, and because of what you have in your mind, I have it too, to educate and to build the houses for those young girls. We want them to go to school. We want them to eat. We want to give them water, clean water, let them drink. We want them to have clothes to wear. So I will stop now. Thank you, Brother Milo.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you, Dr. Benny.
Thank you so much,
Dr. Benny.
Dr. Benny.
I
Thank
wish
you.
we could go longer with the things, but we're not. We're going to have to cut it back now to 2 minutes. And Yvonne, if maybe you can hold your comments to a minute or less.
Yes,
so
thank
we
you.
can get all the people in. All right, we got Esther. Come on, Albert and Esther. I think it's Esther. Come on down.
Thank you, Milo, for letting me to talk. Honestly, my heart was bleeding when Yvonne was speaking. I couldn't hold myself. I was almost shedding tears because her story is almost like mine. I am disabled today because of the things I have gone through in life. And I was given a mandate to salvage my community. Through the process of trying to help my community as the mandate, I got disabled on a wheelchair right now. But I'm not going to stop. Just like you are saying, trying to strive to fulfill your dream, I am still pushing ahead. I joined on Passive when I heard about this since 2020. The first thing I did before my situation got worse was to create an account for almost everybody in my village, just to uplift them. And since that time, I have been facing deaths upon deaths in my family. As I'm talking to you now, mother of my elder brother just died 2 days ago in the mortuary. My mother buried 2021, my brother buried July 1st of July this year, another brother this last week. The money I saved to rekindle these accounts in Passive, I have been using to do burial. But I still have hope. I want to fulfill what I have been asked to do. But on a wheelchair, I do not know how I'm going to do this. But being in Passive, I have hope. All I want to say is we are in the right place. There are some people here also that their situation is worse than ours. Please, I would like to unite with you. Whatever steps you are taking to fulfill this your dream, I want to also fulfill this dream of my community hope. Once I've done that, I am done in life. I do not care whatever that happens to me after that. Please, that's all I want to say. Thank you so much, Milo, for letting me speak.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Alberto. Just not up to 20 seconds here. What is happening to you? You just said, I couldn't say everything about me. It is exactly the same thing. A lot of people, my father's children from the other mothers that team together to abuse my mom and me and my brothers and my other late sisters, they promised me death if I dare step my foot in Cameroon. Right now, I cannot go home because the thing I should work for them like we were doing to my father was taking everything. He should control me and everything. And I don't want that to happen. And I can't just visit Cameroon. If I go, I can't even go to my village, but I will go to other places. But there has to be a way. There has to be a way to do those things because I need to build that school. The youth of the village, they contact me every day. Those kids who were helping me when I was going to school, washing my shoes, doing things, those kids that I've sponsored, some of them in school, they are there. It's the same situation, but there is always a way out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sister.
All right, next up, thank you, Esther. We got to rush through this here. We're running out of time, and Carol's going to be the last one, I believe. I don't even know if we'll make it through that one. but we're going to see what we can do. Hey, come on down and talk to us.
Hey, I'm audible, young on passive and Milo.
Okay.
You're
Yes,
always young
yes.
on passive, you know. So, hey, this is Shajib Monir man from Bangladesh. And really, I am always crazy on passive road. And really, I'm just thanks to Almighty of Allah and thanks to our Honorable CEO, Mr. Ash Mufari. He is a crusher, he is a dynamic leader, and he is a fantastic leader, you know. So that's why Milo Show is always exceptional, you know. And I love Milo Show, the unpassive Milo Show. And today is here is a special guest, Yvonne, really fantastic. And I am so much proud of my company, Unpassive, because I am a honorable founder of Unpassive, and here is both are honorable founder of Unpassive and lovely Unpassive family. So that's why I'm always happy to myself. I am on Passive, and this is my last vision is on passive. You know, on passive is no more sorrow. It's just for happiness, always fun, always just enjoy the process. Hey, as like a Milo, you know, he's always fantastic. He's always fantastic. So don't be sorrow. Just hey, just enjoy the process. Thank you.
Thank you so
Hey,
much. Thank you.
hey, Lynn. Hey,
Very much.
Lestera,
Okay, we're
my
gonna move
sister,
on.
and Kelly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's
We're
go to the
gonna
next
move on.
person, please.
We're going to Alex. Alex, come on down. Alex, going once, going twice. Alex, are you here? Okay, we'll move on to Marcian. Marcian, come on down.
Hello.
Alex
Hello,
is
I'm
muted
audible.
now.
Oh, Alex, go ahead, Alex.
Thank you so much, Milo sir. Thank you so much for inviting me. I am from Bangladesh. I am very proud founder on Passive because I love on Passive. On Passive is very beautiful company, and Bangladesh we are excited for as Mufaro making on Passive company. On Passive is a artificial intelligence for and machine learning technology. And my big dream I am helping for humanity is my favorite dream. So I am studying computer engineering. I am 20 years old. So I love on passive. I love all leaders. I love Lin Nakamoto. I love Milo sir, and we are so happy because the big news is coming. So thank you, Milo sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. We are so united in it.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Sajid. Next person. Thank you.
Yep. So that's great, Alex. Thank you very much. Marcian, come on down and talk to us, girl.
Thank you, Malo. Sister Yvonne, I
Yes.
just want to salute you for your story. And I just want to let you know that you lost 3 of your siblings, but you gain 1 + 4,100,000 people as a new family member. So you are not alone. I am from Cameroon, and your story is basically all our story. We know there's nothing exaggerated that you have said. We all go through that, and I'm just thanking you for being the one bringing it up. We have those kind of story. You see, all the way my video was closed because I'm been crying, and I know because I've been there. I know so many people that they are there. Sister, you are not alone. I salute you. Thank you for coming up. Thank you, Marlo, for giving her the chances to tell us about our story, the living story. My sister, you have gained us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you, Marcian. That's beautiful. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Carol, come on down. Carol, are you here? Carol, going once, going twice. Done. Bashker, come on down. You'll be the last one. Bashker.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak.
All
Hello,
right.
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you good. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Women empowerment is more important to success every family, sir. That I believe. So you are all are inspiration to us. Keep going. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
And,
Marcus. Thank you so much, sir.
yes.
So we've gotten through all of our folks here, Milo. I'm sure Milo will be back shortly. And we'll be wrapping it up. I want to say thank you to Yvonne for a beautiful presentation. Heartfelt, and it touched so many of us.
Thank you so much, Lynn.
Even if we're not from Africa, just touched my soul, you know? And I think we are all here for a reason. Everyone here is in with MILO Show for a reason. Nothing by coincidence, it's all by design. And here comes our wonderful host, Nashville Milo, to resume.
Sorry about that.
Thank you so much,
Away
Lynn.
for a second.
Welcome.
Thank you, Bhaskar, and thank you, Yvonne. Is Carol back? Is Carol here? You had your hand up. If you want to go, we got just a couple minutes. Carol.
He's still in the house.
Okay.
I've asked him to unmute.
Okay. Let's see if he does. If not, we'll move on because we got time for one more if they want to step up. If someone wants to raise a hand. Armin, go ahead, Armin. Come on down, brother. Last one.
Oh, thanks. I'll keep it short.
Okay.
Half an hour?
Yeah,
that's Hey, I just want to say one thing. Yvonne,
yes,
you're wanted, needed, and loved. And that goes for each and every one of you.
Thank you.
I love you all. I love Mr. Ashma Farah. I was on the other day and I didn't have a chance to say thank you all for putting the kind words in the chat. You guys are my family. I love you all. And I gotta tell you, I don't have it all together, but together we have it all.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if that's the correct thing. It could be we don't have it all together, but together we have it all. But I know I don't have it all together. So thanks for helping me get to this point. Thank you very much, Lynn Nakamoto, the Rob and Lynn show. You guys are amazing. You saved my bacon. I love y'all. Yvonne, my mother's name was spelt exactly like yours.
Oh, there we go. I'm your mother now.
Oh, you're my mother from another brother.
Yes.
I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know why it don't make sense. But anyways, it's all fun. Now cut me off if I've gone over half an hour.
Yeah, you're at it. You're going on 30 minutes. I'm just kidding you, Armin, but we do have to move on.
Hey, no, that's all I needed to say. I thank y'all.
You're awesome, man. It's time to close down the show. But man, what a show. It was a powerful show. I am so happy to be here. So happy that all of you are here. And I want you to know every project that is out there needs support. If you find a project that is close to yours, join in with that project because then it builds them all more. So if we look and we see some projects out there, maybe down the road, I'll be able to put some in so that you can look at it. Okay, well, here's this one, this one, this one, and you click on whatever you want to. But no, if you support that project, it supports yours and it builds and it grows. And we can change the world. Wait a minute. I got to rephrase that. I got to start thinking right. We will change the world. There's no doubt about it. We will change the world because we're world changers. All right, let's run through a few that have helped us make this a success today. Mr. John Barilla, come down and give us a couple minutes.
Hey, hello, everybody. Been a little bit busy today. I just want to say to Yvonne, thank you for bringing us your story today. Thank you for your experiences. And thank you for being the person that you have become. I just wanted to say that to you. Thank you very much. And then really quickly, I'm just going to read this off and thank our friends and our guardians that helped us so much today. Very quickly, MK Kaylee, Yen Yang, 444, Casey Sevenbergen, Kasho Pagu, Rafael St. Germain, Gene Oliva, Lista Tuach, Mayor Aquino, Bruce Gerstein, Miriam Weiberg, Roy Davies, Yakaya Kadem, Rob Gorman, Dave Rosowski, Willie Wonky, and Nancy Ann. That's it, and I'm finished. And thank you, Yvonne.
Yes, thank you so much, John. You are my Uncle John. My uncle's name is John too.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we're just going to run through these, Yvonne, so I'll get to you just a little bit. Thank you, John, for talking about all your guardians. I love it, man. Thank you guys all for being here. Miss Marcy-Ann Hamaboo, who helps us out right at the beginning, come on down, say something. Couple minutes or a minute.
Thank you, Milo, again for giving me this platform. I am so happy to be here, and I'm thanking Yvonne for bringing her story to all of us. And those are the story of young many girls back home around the world. So I am very happy. And I just want to let Yvonne know that we have the Missionary of Africa that is coming up. And I'm going to get her the platform so that she can bring her story, because that's going to be very helpful for her also. And I want to let everybody know that Unpassive is the house of joy. This is where we have our hope. This is where when you don't need anything anymore, you come and get that. You are in here, the 1,400,000 plus that we are the hope, we are the joy, and we have the mission to go out and dispatch it. Thank you so much, and see you,
Marcy-Ann. Thank you, Marcy-Ann. All right, let's bring down Jeannie to the stage. Come on, Jeannie, and say a couple words to us.
Thank you, Milo. This has been just incredible. Doesn't it feel as if we're all coming into our own? We're all the people that we always were are finally, able to pull off all of the suppression, all of the things that held us down, and now being free and on passive, we can be our real selves, and people like Yvonne can come forward and share the full story, knowing that they're safe to do so, and that they're surrounded by love and support. And I, for one, and my life has been completely transformed since I joined this company, and I'm so blessed to know all of you. Yvonne, thank you so much. Thank you, Milo. Thank everyone today. Awesome webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeannie. Thanks for all you do. All right, and next to the stage, let's bring down Miss Lynn Nakamoto. Lynn, come down and talk to us, and then give us a rundown on what we've got coming up.
Thank you, Milo, for doing the show and inviting Yvonne, because she blessed me and she blessed all of us here. So we're so happy that we're here. I'm happy that I'm here. What's coming up? Well, we've got Roblin Live tonight at midnight. And then tomorrow, today's Saturday. Tomorrow, we're not sure about the PNG, Papua New Guinea webinar yet, but we do know we're having the Heroes webinar, which is at 1:30 p.m. We have Red Redfern do an update, and we have Andy Burks do the sales perspective, and we have the OTech Pro speaking for a bit, and then we have an open Q&A. So be sure to join the Sunday one. That's a really good one for all of you to stay plugged into. That's the main things going on over the next couple of days.
All right, man, it don't get no better than this, man. You can find something on Passive all the time, engage, tune in. All right, and next, Yvonne, I gotta tell you, man, so thankful that you accepted the invitation to come. You did a wonderful job today, just a beautiful job. And I know that there's going to be a lot of people on this panel, and not panel, but this webinar that is going to support your project. And we're going to build projects just like it all around the world. We're going to change the world. So I want to thank you for coming. And I'd like to give you 3 minutes to say what's on your heart in closing right now.
Thank you so much. There is no other thing, no other word that I can ever say than to say thank you. Gratitude, commitment, and love has covered me all through. And it came only from the Almighty God. Otherwise, I would not be here today. And this kind of thing, I'm sure I'm going to have a fever because I've never seen this before in my entire life. And God has brought it here right now to me through Unpassive because of the heart of one man, Mr. Ash Mufare. And now, Mr. Ash Mufare is the bridge that has connected me to all these millions of people, you guys out here. I am more than grateful. You guys are going to enter into the history books of my family because I'm going to write about all of you. I'm going to do it. And I am going to call my other grandmother, who is there at home now, but my maternal grandmother passed, who blessed me with a mantle. It is a mantle that I must take to the war, no matter what. When I see you guys in person, including Ash Mufare and his family, I would do it exactly like my grandmother asked me to take it to the war, because it is your covering. It is your blessing. It is something that will cover you to keep going in life and be healthy and be happy, and to also help your family, your community. We need this. We need it. Because if that community, that village did not come together to educate me, I would not be here today. I would not be here. And because I am here and because I am alive, I have taken the oath before Almighty God, and again before you guys here today supporting me, that I will help everybody, but more so our youths, particularly young girls, because they don't have to live the life that they're living at all, because there's always a way out, and we can start from where we are. We can start from our environment, because there is always something to start with, and it will take us to where we want to go. I did that, it worked for me, and I know it can work for everybody. I built the Mundi Academy, which is going to be better now with Unpassive. I built Building Hopes and Dreams, to build the hopes and dreams of children everywhere in the world. And now it's going to be made better for me because I have mentors. I have loving people. I have a real family now that I can call my own, my brothers and sisters. I just want to thank you guys so much. My mom is listening as I talk, because she is in a condition that is not good because of all the trauma. But she is still here blessing and praying and helping us. And she's listening. And I just want to thank you guys. Call me at any time. My number is on there. Call me, ask me to do anything. If I can do it, I would do it. And I can do it. Not that if. There is no if anymore. No if. I have to do it. Thank you guys so much. I love you, Mr. Milo. I love you, Lynn. Lynn, you've been working behind the scene. Jean, you've been working behind the scene. You, Milo, I've been just texting and just bothering you guys, but I know it's a good bother. It's a good trouble that I got myself into. I thank each and every one. I'm not good with names. I am so happy. I can't wait to just cook and invite everybody around the world, because that's part of my culture, to come and eat. You don't have to even ask for any food. You just eat. This is your home. My home is your home. Thank you guys so much. I love you all.
Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you, Yvonne, for your inspiring words, your motivation. And it was a tremendous webinar today. You just brought it to the house, man, and it wasn't a diamond in the rough. I'm going to tell you that right now. That diamond was shining big and bright, and man, you just delivered big time. And like I said, I know that there's going to be tons of people that will be, helping you out, funding your projects, and we're going to get it done. We are going to get it done. And I would like to say to all of you, man, thanks so much for coming today, because remember, if you were not here, there would be no show. And today, 200 and something people on the show, man, that got to watch this. But guess what? That's not the end of it, because those 200 people are going to tell their friends, hey, you got to see this show. Go to the Unpassive Milo playlist and watch this show. And the cool thing is guess what? There's 1,040,1.44 right now. What happens on November 21st or 22nd when 1 million more come in? There's going to be 2.44 million. They're all going to start seeing this project. I'm telling you, we are all in such a great place. And remember, we have to expand our minds. We have to start thinking different. I know sometimes that's hard for some of us to think different, but it's not the way that it was before. It's just not that way. When you look at On Passive, what it brings to the table, I'm telling you, you've never seen it before. I'm fired up. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I am fired up and I am ready. I am so ready to start helping, you know, with whatever I can, wherever, find my lane, get in it and help out, you know. So I'd like to say thank you all for coming today. It was a wonderful show. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
John.
I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Benny, for sharing. Thank you, Liz, for everyone that shared today. It was awesome. Marcy N. So it's time to go. So good night from Nashville.
Good night from New York City.
Good night from Jerseyville, Illinois.
Good night, guys.
Night
Love
from
you all.
Pennsylvania.
Love you all. Thank you.
Good night from Illinois. Love everybody.
Good night. Thank you. I love you, Yvonne.
From Bangladesh.
Good night from Maryland, USA. Thank you very
That's
much.
so in it.
Good night, Dr. Benny. Good night, time. What am I saying? One week, sun outside.
Hey, hey, Milo.